Pinocchio and the Shadow Catcher. Pinocchio was a real boy now, and he loved it. He could run without his wooden joints creaking and laugh without his painted mouth staying in a fixed smile. Best of all, he had a real, live shadow that danced with him in the sun. He and his father, Geppetto, were happier than ever. One sunny afternoon, while chasing butterflies in the meadow, Pinocchio noticed something strange. A tall, thin man in a dark cloak was walking through the town, but he cast no shadow of his own. The man carried a large, shimmering net. The man, known only as the Shadow Catcher, swung his net with a flick of his wrist. It flew through the air and landed right on Pinocchio's shadow. Pinocchio felt a strange, cold emptiness as his shadow was peeled from the ground and stuffed into a glowing jar on the man's belt. Without his shadow, Pinocchio felt incomplete. He couldn't play shadow puppets with Geppetto anymore. He felt like a ghost. "I have to get my shadow back," he declared. That night, he set off to find the Shadow Catcher. The woods were dark and spooky. Pinocchio was starting to feel scared when a tiny light flickered nearby. It was a firefly named Leo. "Lost your shadow, have you?" Leo buzzed. "I saw that sneaky Shadow Catcher head towards the Whispering Caves. I'll help you." Leo led Pinocchio to the entrance of the Whispering Caves. The caves were filled with a soft, glowing light. On the walls, hundreds of shadows danced and flickered. Shadows of children, animals, and even flowers, all trapped in glowing jars. In the center of the cave stood the Shadow Catcher, admiring his collection. "My beautiful shadows," he whispered. "You make the emptiness go away." Pinocchio, hiding behind a rock, saw that the man looked incredibly sad and lonely. Pinocchio knew he couldn't fight the man. Instead, he remembered what Geppetto always told him. Kindness is the strongest magic. He stepped out from behind the rock. "Sir," he said, his voice trembling a little, "you don't need our shadows to feel whole. You just need a friend." The Shadow Catcher was stunned. Pinocchio walked closer and held out a small wooden toy Geppetto had carved. "My father made this for me," he said. "I want you to have it." A tear rolled down the Shadow Catcher's cheek. As he took the toy, the jars around the cave began to pop open. The shadows flew out, including Pinocchio's, which zipped right back to his feet, making him laugh with joy. The Shadow Catcher, no longer looking so scary, smiled a real smile. "Thank you," he said. "You've shown me that true light comes from the inside." He promised never to steal a shadow again. Pinocchio returned home just as the sun was rising. He told Geppetto the whole story, learning that being a real boy wasn't just about having a shadow, but about having a kind heart. And that was the best adventure of all.